Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Jimenez, and today I will be presenting to you guys my topic on bullying and the effects on elementary education. So, before I start off with my topic, I just want to start with a quick warm up with you guys and have this question be presented to you guys with: were you ever a victim of bullying while growing up in elementary school? If yes, how has this affected your education while being in school? And if no, have you ever seen yourself as a bystander, someone who just doesn't who sees bullying happen but doesn't do anything about it? And if you guys can, please pair with a partner and take the moment to share you guys' thoughts with each other. So introducing my topic, sadly, bullying is something that is not unknown. It happens in in almost everyday society, happens in work, in even within families, and sadly it happens mostly in schools. And victims lose motivation for practically anything. Like they it may even lead them to be scared of going to school, which will affect their education in the long run because they're not going to be going to their classes. Studies also show that when bullying occurs, a hormone known as cortisol is released into the brain and is known to affect brain structures that have to do with learning and memory functions. But it doesn't just leave the bullies without any consequences. Bullies get affected too because like studies show that their education gets jeopardized by their own acts. So if they try to have like an attitude of a tough person, they're just not gonna want to care about anything else, not even their education. All they're gonna want to do is do things that make them supposedly feel good or feel empowered, and in the long run is going to show that they'll have more chances of being high school dropouts and not want to pursue any higher education, which in a way does affect their education. And basically, with that, victims suffer immediate effects, while bullies tend to have long term effects when it comes to this. So, right now, I would like for you guys to take some reflective notes, like, and think about like who or what factors are to blame for allowing acts of bullying to continue to happen in our schools, and why do you think that? So personally, for me, this topic actually hits home a lot because I grew up being a victim of bullying, and I used to believe that it was mainly like the teachers, and not just the teachers but the whole administration, the whole school system, for allowing stuff like this to happen, because they it's ironic that a lot of people are anti-bullying, yet a lot of bullying takes place in schools. And when I would try to talk about it, like with my personal experiences through teachers, it would just be seen as kids play, like something that it's just like teasing and whatnot. But to me, it wasn't like that, and it did affect my education because I didn't want to go to school because I was scared. And why did I think like that? I thought that it was the administration, like because in a way they were the ones who were in power in in schools. They were our higher ups, and basically we were always listening to them, even teachers. So why is it that they couldn't do anything? And like what was stopping them is what I used to think before. Now, with this discussion, I would like to present to you as a question: who has the most power to make change with trying to stop bullying from happening? How can we make sure that students don't suffer academically after experiencing bullying? So, I'm gonna share with you guys my personal experience also with this, because I growing up with it didn't really make me feel. Luckily, it didn't put much of a detriment in my education in the long run, but I did think a lot about the subject. And what I felt was that the people who have the most power in doing stuff, or having to change the direction of bullying or trying to stop it, I would say it would be the parents, because at the end of the day, we are in a sense a reflection of our parents and our attitudes and our values. So if our parents are the ones who are raising us, they should be teaching us how to act with other people, how to be nice to one another, and just treat others with kindness. And how can we make sure students don't suffer academically after experiencing bullying? This is where the administration comes in, because that's when not just adamant but also teachers themselves, they could create a safe space and not just teach kids just to teach them, also be there as like a second parent, actually care for these students because they have feelings too, just like we do, whether we're kids against adults, like it doesn't matter because we all have feelings and we're all human beings. And now this is where your part takes in. As future educators, like I hope all of us will be, it is up to us to have an impact with this issue, because if we just grow up to be teachers that just choose to be there for to be there for our students, just to get them in a better academic position, we aren't really doing our job, because we're supposed to be creating a safe space that makes them feel welcome in our classrooms, that makes them feel that no matter what happens, they'll always want to continue pursuing through their education, always wanting to learn. And if we want our students to succeed, we have to do whatever it takes for that to happen. And if bullying is a barrier for them for them from succeeding in schools, then we must do something about bullying so that it doesn't keep them from learning, it doesn't keep them from wanting to know more about their education and wanting to just basically become a better version of ourselves, like we all are trying to do. And if we have the opportunity to have that power in our hands, why not use it for the better? And with that, I conclude my presentation, and I appreciate all of you guys for listening to this topic. Thank you.